Hey everybody, it's me, Russ, former Lyft driver, did the video on navigating unemployment for the self-employed here in Washington State, and I'm here to report we got the money. The money started coming in. Thank you, Jesus. We were like a little over $100 in the bank. Bills coming due, 2 months late on the mortgage, all right? Like, that's how bad it got here. Worried about food, qualifying for food stamps. There's another place that's been bogged down if DSHS, if you can't get food, yeah, they're working as fast as they can as well. But yeah, I'm here to report that now we're finally, getting the checks, all right, wired directly into it. Was one lump sum, boom, and awesome, good news. Just after the last video I posted, yeah, the money, and it was back like 5 weeks. So there was 2 weeks I got like $250, and then the rest was like over $800 a week that I'm getting from the PUA. My wife still isn't getting anything. I guess my wife is still in what they call what Mrs. Levine here calls adjudication. Sounds like I did something wrong, right? Like, I don't know. My wife is going through this. So adjudication, what is that? It means that they got to go through and find out if there's errors. She says usually it's errors. I really don't know. There's a lot I could speculate about, and I could be super critical right now, but I'm pulling back because I really don't know their situation. It sounds like to me that they're not sure what to do with people who are still earning money while being unemployed. Like that, right? The system ain't set up for that the way they work. Like, which is kind of sad, really, as a society. Like, you go to work for Walmart or something, and they just slice your pay down, cut your hours, and guess what? You're still employed. Are you able to draw unemployment at that point? No, you're not. But in the CARES Act, there was language in there for people especially self-employed people whose wages have been severely diminished by the pandemic. I don't know what adjudication is, but I hope they're not going through a case-by-case basis with people who are still out there earning a buck. But I don't know. It's frustrating the way some of these folks think. I'll be honest with you. And the biggest part of it is cognitive dissonance, right? That is the definition of that. It's a psychological term. It is the uncomfortable feeling between two conflicting thoughts. And our minds go to work really fast to solve that dissonance. And usually, us humans, it comes to judgment, right? Like, these people are just lazy or stupid or they don't care about people. And I really don't think that's true. I don't think Mrs. Levine here, I think they truly do care about people. They're dealing with a situation they've never had to deal with before, and the severity of it is something that, and then you throw in the CARES Act, which they've never had to deal with unemployment folks like myself before. That's just a whole nother having to even construct that in an IT environment just on the fly, I think is fairly impressive that they were able to come up with it that fast. California and New York did it quicker. Washington, we're in there now. I got the money, so that shows, and it's pandemic money. Like, I did not qualify for unemployment. So that does show that they do care and they are working hard at this. So I wanted to throw that out there, Part of this is natural. It's natural to be upset. It's natural to be angry and frustrated. But there are people working to help and serve us other unfortunate in this age of unfortunate events. us humans, which some of you may be in that limbo now. Somebody in the comment section I was chatting with said that they're, nothing. Like they don't have the click on the PUA button at the bottom, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. One of the ways that I've been getting information, and one of the ways I was able to jump in there, I posted that video right after I filed, by the way, but the way that I was able to jump in there was following the Twitter of the Washington State Employment Security Department. All right. So if you have a Twitter account, so I signed up for email as well. They don't put out email as much as they tweet. So whoever's doing their social media is a lot more on top of putting information out there than whoever's sending out the emails, because the emails weren't coming. They didn't have that much information. So anytime they started tweeting about changes, I was in there working to file. And it was either early in the morning, again, or late at night. I tried weeks before, in the daytime. It's just bogged down. It's not going to work. Now they have some charts and graphs up there on that they've been tweeting about how demand is starting to drop off now, which is good. But still, there's hundreds of thousands of people. And I don't know why they can't streamline this junction or whatever this is that people are caught up in. But I guess they have to take it by case basis. I don't know. There should be robots or something like that. It's 2020, for crying out loud. I don't even have a flying car. Why don't they streamline this stuff? But hopefully they will. Like somebody needs to be voted out or something, because, a website that looks like it was designed in 1997 is not working out today. And especially when something like this happens. I get that they're overwhelmed. I get that, they don't have the funding or whatever. But people are hurting, and someone needs to step up and really get on top of this. And I hope that they're doing their all down there. I was able to get my money. My wife is still in that limbo, like I said. So hang in there. I guess that's all I can say. And you work with whoever, your mortgage company or rents. Tell them that, your friend Russ over here, he got, lump sum, boom, 5 weeks deposited directly into my checking account. So that was helpful. We finally got our stimulus money as well, my wife and I. So we're getting caught up on the bills now. Back in black, right? I put on my back in black shirt again, because it's good to see some movement. And again, if it worked for me, it'll work for you. All right. I don't know what your situation is, how complex it is. One of the things is I don't drive for Lyft anymore. I was actually in a car accident. I had to return, the vehicle to Lyft, and I'll do a video on that later. But if you're still reporting income while you're on unemployment, that might be tricky, or it may be confusing the system. That's kind of what my wife's going through as an Avon representative. Her sales have been down considerably. Like, she's making 30% of what she would normally make, and they're supposed to be PUE. One thing my wife has been doing is continuing to file her weeklies. So even though it says she's been denied, it still asks for a weekly, like, how was this week, right? Did you go looking for a job? Which is weird. This is the hoops you got to jump through every week to keep claiming unemployment, and she's continuing to do that even though we haven't received any money or even a way to fill out her PUA application, but it's still asking her for weekly. So that's good news. Like, keep filling those out if you're in there, right? When you get in there, if you've already filed and submitted your UI for unemployment insurance, even though you're self-employed, right? Just hang in there. It's going to take time. and they'll, you know, if you qualify, that's another thing. How do you know I don't qualify? The person who was commenting in the comment section called like 100 times, finally got a hold of someone, and it wasn't super helpful. So, you know, but eventually the machines and the clogs and everything will line up, and hopefully you will get the money that's coming to you. You know, that the federal government said, especially for us self-employed people, I'm getting that money now. So I'm just hoping and praying that you guys are too real soon. So that's my update. We ended up getting paid. Well, I ended up getting paid. Wife is still waiting. Just stay on the path, man. If there's anything I've learned, just don't quit. Keep walking down the trail, and hopefully things will work out for you. They have for me. I hope and pray it works out for you as well. Again, Twitter, go to the tweet. If you tweet, if you don't, sign up, get a Twitter account, because there's way more information on Twitter. At ESDWAWorks. That's their Twitter handle. Click on the bell icon. All right, at the top, there's a little bell icon. You'll get notified as soon as they tweet, as soon as new information comes out, and then you can jump right on that. That's what I did. That was helpful for me to get in when I did. When they finally had the website set up for us self-employed people, boom, I was there. And part of it was because of Twitter, because I'm notified. You know, just any new information that comes out, I want to be on it. I was checking the website at night and early in the morning. Keep doing that, all right? Stay on the path. Don't quit. Don't get too frustrated. Hang in there. Zoom with some friends. Keep your wits about you. And as they all say, I know it may sound cliche, but we'll all get through this together, all right? Bye.